Okay, we should be good now. I'm going to make sure everything's all working, and then we can start. Audio sounds good. All right, we should be good to go. What's going on, everybody? SGYT, Nick Nader. Merry Christmas. So the plan for today is we'll be going over both of the NFC Divisional Round games. We did the AFC ones yesterday. Both of them ended up being pretty exciting in different ways. The first game, we had a lot of offense. New England won 45-24, and then the Texans beat the Steelers 28-7, although this game in particular felt closer than the score suggested. So that brings us to the NFC games. We had the Monarchs, led by MVP frontrunner Aaron Rodgers, who will reveal the awards during the OFL Bowl. They're playing against the defending champion Cougars. And then we have the Commies going up against the Rams. What's good, Nick? What's good, Hector? How we doing, fellas? So I promised the games I would do his game second. So we'll start here. We've got the Commanders and the Rams. Ohio State basketball is making me believe again. All fun and games until they lose to one of the high seeds by 20 tomorrow. Siri, give me a whole number between 2,998 and 2,999. 98. That's the Rams. We're done for. I don't know about that one, Chief. Maybe. Maybe you're done for. We'll see. Okay, I don't think either coach is current in here, so we get the honors of picking the jerseys. For the Commies, wrong controller. For the Commies, they don't really have too many options. Do we want to go pretty much red, white, or black? Red is in like burgundy, or whatever they call it. And then for the Rams, we've got a few more choices. We've got blue, white. Those are hideous. Let's not do that. And then they have plenty of throwbacks as well. We could do the Jared Goff throwbacks. We can do the St. Louis throwbacks. Or we can do like the really, really old ones. Which are basically like the Jared Goff ones again. The NFL just fined the Texans $170K and took their fifth. Why? What did they do? 2019 aways. Which ones are those? The Jared Goff away jerseys. Oh, yeah, these are good. I'm good with riding with these. I see one for black, one for red. I vote for red. I think the black ones are kind of blah. Although white versus black usually goes well on the field. Yeah, I don't think we've seen the Commies in their all-black ones, so we'll do those for today. We'll see how they look in-game. How do you mess up all black? I really don't know, but the Commies found a way to do it. I have your thing ready for the fun segment. Perfect, because I have your thing ready too. So we'll start the NFC portion of the divisional round with the 3-seeded Rams, who beat Carolina in the wild card, led by Dak Prescott and Cooper Kupp, facing off against the Commies, the Washington Commanders, who beat the Golden Eagles in a pretty competitive wild card game. Their pass rush, or a.k.a. Max Crosby, who I think had 5.5 sacks, took over the entire game. So we'll see if the pass rush can have another big performance today, or if Cooper Kupp Offensive Player of the Year candidate, can have himself a day. Spoiler, the Pistons are in it. So in other words, spoiler, I should do really well. Yeah, watch me completely fail that section. Who played for both the Pistons and the Magic? Probably, did DJ Augustine play for the Magic? Yeah, maybe I won't fail. We should have been here, but Chuma Udoka is a communist. So what, is he on the Washington sideline? With the other commies? Here come the Rams. They've been a very solid offense this year. Dak Prescott has been pretty good. I mean, he's putting up Dak-esque numbers. A lot of yards, good amount of touchdowns, but he has turned the ball over quite a bit. I don't know players, so there could be a player that didn't play for either. Oh, God. That's fun. Yeah, what happens when I can't fill up half of the blocks? All fun and games until I have to pick a Suns player who's won the finals. I can't pick anybody. Am I going to say Chris Paul? I can't do that. Going live while I'm at physical education is crazy. Almost as crazy as pulling out your phone during physical education. But you do you, cheat. There goes Cooper Kupp with a big play for the Rams. He gets 36, bringing it to the 36. You can say Javon Carter. Oh, you're right. I can say Javon Carter. Can I? Wait, no, I can't. For a second, I thought he was on that Bucks team, but I think he was on the Suns when they played in the finals. So I can't say that. Kevin Durant. Yeah, you know, now that you say that, Kevin Durant would be an acceptable answer. What if it's like a ring, but it has to be a ring where you didn't play on a super team? Then I can't say Kevin Durant. I miss PE. Me and you both. There's nothing like a gym class where you completely dominate, and then you're sweaty for the rest of the day, or at least the next part of the day, so that's not ideal. But if you win the game, it's worth it. The NFL determined that the club provided then Texans quarterback Woman Respecter with an undisclosed compensation in the form of a membership at the... Really? Is that why they fined them? So the Texans were maybe doing some shady business. Torrey Craig was on the Bucks. Was he on the Bucks? Maybe he would work. Who do you guys is going to think of Braxton Berrios? There's one correct answer to the question. He's a white, athletic slot receiver. He's going to New England. I'm pretty sure he was drafted by New England, ironically enough. Shocker. White slot receiver drafted by Bill Belichick. Who could have guessed that? But where else would he go? F school, OFL is life. I won't argue against that. Rate this receiving core. DJ Moore, T. Higgins, and Zay Flowers. Those guys would all complement each other really well. That's a good group. You got the big guy, the small guy, and the guy who can do everything who's underrated. I'm always here to push the DJ Moore agenda. What's good, Jax? Welcome in. You came in a pretty good time because your offense is about to take the field for the first time today, led by MVP candidate, Mr. Macaroni and Cheese Man himself, Mac Jones. The Rams had a solid first drive. They scored 3. Felt like they could have done more in the red zone. Who do the Rams have at quarterback? They have Rain Dakota Prescott. Or is it the other way around? I don't remember. But they have Dak. Junior year after football season, I got to do PE, and I used to put up MVP numbers, or MVP Russ numbers against the scrubs in my class. You should check your Twitter DMs. I saw the thing from Ian Rappaport. For a second, I thought he got hacked. And then I put the pieces together. Because it's not Ian Rappaport. somebody else. Barrios is a Raven. They'll sign him, call it a day, and say he's wide receiver 1. Yeah, that sounds great. Does Mac have superstar? I don't think so. He probably will go up to... Oh, no, he does. Yeah, he got it last year. That's right. And since he threw for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns, he'll probably go up to X Factor once we get to the OFL Bowl. So he's probably going to be an X Factor, which is a little bit frightening. At the time, I thought the Commanders gave up too much for him, but I think clearly that has been proven wrong. And he's 6 for 6, although he's throwing a bunch of rinky-dink checkdowns, but he's 6 for 6. We played football in PE, and I got in trouble for stiff-arming somebody. How do you get in trouble for trying? You have the people who don't try, and then you stiff-arm someone. I don't see how that's that bad. It's not like you, hit-sticked him. You didn't do the old Ray Lewis on him. So you have Mac, Bryce, and Carr. Yeah. We'll see how long Carr sticks around, though. But you have him. Solid run for Najee. Alvin Kamara is still out, so it's still the Najee show. We were playing Ultimate Frisbee. I went up for the Frisbee and got flipped up and literally went out cold. Oh, dear God. That sounds like the old Ray Lewis. Somebody gave you the boom. The old Ray Lewis has 2 different meanings. Yes, it does. Either one of the old Ray Lewises would be bad. It's just a matter of which one. We played football and some girl fell on me. Like tackle football. You play tackle football with girls? I think there's a bigger concern there. I've been literally knocked out twice on that field. Jeez. Field must be cursed. Final play of the first quarter is not a touchdown. He was close. So the Rams lead 3-0, but the Commies are marching on the doorstep and they're knocking on it as they have it at the 1. It was flag, and I ran into her. Oh, so that's a you problem then. You ran into her, and she got pregnant. I'm sure. That sounds about right. That's definitely how babies are made, kids. Mac Jones walks it in. The Commies take the lead. Playing tight end and bullying people with routes and catches is so fun. You get to be a receiver, but you also get to block. It's the best of both worlds. One old Ray Lewis gets in trouble for hit-sticking a poor dude. The other gets you charged with murder. Or not charged with murder, in his case. Or not charged with not doing murder. I guess we'll never know. Unless he tells us. Then maybe we will. But I don't think he would do that. This game is going fast. First quarter, zip by. So then we get to see the Rams again. Their last drive was decent. You were playing two-hand touch when I stiff-armed the kid. What's illegal about stiff-arming someone? Maybe illegal is not the right word, but what's not allowed about that? If you're playing two-hand touch, you can't tackle, but that's not an issue of tackling. Not everybody wants to juke. Sometimes you just got to level a kid out, you know? I did a research, and I found the player that fits in each spot. And I know all the players. You know all the players is in, you know who they are? So in other words, they're going to be obvious, or you know who they are within the last 5 minutes. I always wanted to be a tight end. They said we're going to put 30 pounds on you, and you're playing tackle. Well, at least you get to do the blocking part. And then maybe they'll have you out for a route or two, the old Penei Sewell. Give you an opportunity to catch the ball once or twice. Lamar's going to sign a long-term extension with Baltimore because the other owners are actual terrorists. They revealed the odds for if Lamar doesn't go back to Baltimore, where he's going to end up. You guys might want to take a look at the team who's first on the list. Yeah, all I'm going to say is I am down. And our ownership has not denied interest. We haven't said we are, because that'd be stupid, but we haven't denied it. Just saying. Leaked OFL offseason script. Straight up trade happens with the Steelers and the Bengals for Joe Burrow and Matt Corral. Joe Burrow did beat Matt Corral in the playoffs, so do it, man, I wish. Instead of 2 1s, can we do 1 first and Jared Goff? I feel like that'd be better for all parties. Ravens get a quarterback. We keep our first-round pick next year. You guys get 18 and Goff. Boom. Let's ride. Jared Goff was better than Lamar last year, probably. So, you got that. I've heard of the players. Some are more obvious, but some are a little more difficult. Okay, interesting. Detroit has the 2 firsts to do it. It's only wild that the trade for Lamar can only be 2 firsts. I guess that's part of the nice kick, doofus. They should have went for it. But yeah, we had the ammo to do it, and I think it would be our own first-round picks, so we would get to keep pick 6, and we can hypothetically draft the best defensive player on the board. The only problem with that is I don't think we should trade our first-round pick next year because the draft is literally in Detroit, so I assume we're going to want to keep our first. But if it's the difference of getting Lamar Jackson, and if it's something that we're seriously interested in doing, which I don't think we will, but if we were, then I don't think that would stop us from trading that pick. But, again, I think it's unlikely, but I would be excited. Put it that way. What a play by Mac. Well, AR-15 or Lamar? Definitely Lamar. AR-15 has the potential to be a slightly better version of Lamar, but in that case, you might as well just take the guy who's good. Yeah, you're going to have to pay him more money, but I think for the quarterback position, you got to get the best guy you can get. So I'm going to pick Lamar. Although if we did have the choice between both and we picked Anthony Richardson, I wouldn't be that upset because Richardson probably is the upside to be better. And I don't know if Lamar has shown the ability to lead a team to a Super Bowl. I think he can, and I think within our team he could do it. But he hasn't shown the ability to be fully healthy, so I understand why it'd be a little risky. I had a choice between catching up on the Knicks or watching OFL. But, technically you could still do the other one later. The next episodes are always going to be there. Unless YouTube takes them down, then they wouldn't be there. I don't know why YouTube would do that, though. As Washington scores another touchdown, the Commanders take the lead. They extend the lead. They were already winning. What am I talking about? Tim Patrick with the touchdown. If the only way AR-15 would be on the Lions and successful was for you to let Mike Tyson punch you in the groin full force, do you do it? So how long would I be in pain? I think I would do it. I think it'd be worth it. That would be worth it. What, do I want to be hurt in the groin for a while and have a great football team for 15 years, or neither? I'm going to take the temporary pain. Will Anderson at 6, AR-15 at 18, Jalen Carter with your 7th round pick. You guys could just hand us the Lombardi now. Maybe not the Lombardi for next year, but the Lombardi in 2027. Have I started adding the prospects yet? I have not. I'm still gathering a list together just so I can get myself organized, and then from there, that's when I add them all. The Ravens want to see his market, have another team do the negotiations for them. I would guess that's the reason why that they put the non-exclusive tag on him. So, I get it in a sense, but it is risky. I have a request. Can you make my player project a top 5 pick? I don't even need you to draft him. Just make him top 5. No guarantees. Maybe he'll be good, but I can't guarantee anything. Because I haven't started. So I literally can't guarantee anything. What if it was prime Mike Tyson? I think it'd be worth it. As long as my groin will eventually heal, Eventually, I don't know when that would be, but as long as it's all good down there, then it would be worth it. My player is literally Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is in, like, current Anthony Davis? Or Pelicans Anthony Davis, because there is a difference. One of them plays basketball. Does the name Dios Eterno give him a special boost for the Knicks? I mean, it is a cool name, so it doesn't hurt, put it that way. Anthony Davis, known Pistons legend. No promises, my stuff heals. Okay. That changes it up a little bit. I would have to think about that, but I would still probably lean yes. But not, like, confidently. Whichever Anthony Davis is better. The Pelicans' Anthony Davis is wipes. Because he actually plays basketball. And Pelicans' AD was different. USS Dog better be a top 5 projected pick. If everybody wants their player to be projected in the top 5, then 95% of you guys are going to be disappointed. That's all I can say. Make my player caramel, like caramel skin? Did you specify that in the appearance section? Wow, there's 12 seconds left on the clock. Holy cow. The Rams have one timeout. They're not really in field goal range yet. They kind of are. It'd be a long kick, but they're going to need another play, and not a sack from Max Crosby, who now has 6.5 sacks through the entire playoffs, and now the Rams are going to need to run for a Hail Mary. Caramel? Yeah, caramel. I say caramel. I mean, I don't say the word caramel very often, but that's how I would say it. Here's Dak's Hail Mary for the end zone. Oh, it's a defensive pass interference. So that means they're going to be able to run another play, right? I think. Yeah, they're going to run one play at the 1. Probably a field goal because this game is weak. But they'll take the 3. So the Rams make it a one-score game with a very lucky call with the defensive pass interference on the Hail Mary. I think they probably should have gone for the touchdown. 10-14 is a lot different than 6-14. But on the other hand, 6-14 is a lot different than 3-14 because it is only a one-possession game. I think the Commies start with the ball, though. How does the name Isaiah Carey Yunston IV make you feel? That is a pretty fire name, I won't lie. Against that defense, I take the field goal. Yeah, but you're at the 1. Since it is a really good defense, I feel like you got to be a little bit more aggressive. And risk it. I mean, it's a playoff game. You can't play to not lose. You got to play to win. It's only a 2-syllable word. Caramel. Caramel. Boom. 3. Axel, the All-Father Syverson is a pretty fire name. I won't disagree. That is a cool name. Is Dios Eterno a fire name? Yes, it is. I'm happy that you guys have gotten with the program and realized the player's name is important. 3rd and 8. What a catch. We do have a flag. But the Commies do get it to the 16. And that's going to be a pass interference, probably on the defense. Yeah, Carlton Davis. So the Commies not only keep their play, but the penalty is not against them. Is being related to a top NFL prospect fun or corny? I guess it's cool. Almost as cool as that throw by Mac Jones into the end zone for a touchdown. His 3rd of the game, this one by Noah Fant. I had 3 other players named Syverson, and they're all mid. That's offensive to the word mid. The guy on the Twins is awful. The other 2 guys are not that bad, but the pitcher on the Twins, ugh, eek. You gave Tico Toure Or what is it? Teray? It's Teray, right? Not T-Ray? Whatever you said yesterday, Teray, a 9.8, and he didn't get drafted. He should have gotten picked. Okay? Don't blame me for the other teams being stupid. Who are you related? I didn't say I was. Kevin's player is related to a top NFL prospect, not me. You think my genes are NFL caliber? Hell no. How did Javontavius do against the Knicks? I haven't checked yet. I haven't been on the game since I did yesterday's video. Me making my point guard as close to me could possibly mean him being a defensive beast who can barely shoot. Well, defense is important. Shooting is also important, but so is defense. And Magnus is a prospect. Can you still trade for Magnus? If the opportunity presents itself, maybe. But isn't he an outfielder? We do have a lot of outfielders. Although, spoiler, somebody might be seeing the door. I did the first season of a long-term sim, and we made kind of a big-ish trade. Sort of. Kind of. You took Kepri mid... Kepri was the better of our 2 second-round picks. I think he's better than Killebrew so far. That could change. But I like Kepri. I think he's good. If there was a guy who I should have picked Tico over, it would probably be Killebrew. Hey, I was honest, I can't shoot. Well, it seems like I need to teach you to the lab, my friend. Because that's all I can do. But I would say I'm pretty damn good at it. So Kyle Lewis gets traded. It could be Kyle Lewis, or it could be somebody else. Royster Moister for Rookie of the Year. I agree. He's him. I was watching YouTube while playing Rocket League, and it's like a super intense game, and a shot goes up, and I have to block it out of nowhere, and I hear Jason Tatum breaks Hector's ankles. If only he made the damn shot. If only Jason Tatum hit it. But, yeah, Hector was spinning around like a Beyblade. It was great. Although Hector did play kind of well, I won't lie. I think he went 2 for 2 from 3. How about you get good? I mean, we kind of won the game in, like, ridiculous fashion. Spoiler for those who didn't see, I apologize. Both of my grandpas and great-grandpas were in the military. That's some impressive lineage. If only Jason Tatum made it. You mean if you didn't miss it? Yes, but Jason Tatum is the player who missed the shot. That should have been intercepted. What did I do to Hector? Jason Tatum crossed him up, and Hector spun on the ground. It was great. Minus that Tatum missed a shot, and it was a pretty easy shot, too. It's not even like he was a few feet beyond the three-point line. It was like a 15-foot mid-ranger. And he still missed it. Man, the Rams really don't like scoring touchdowns. They've had the same amount of scoring drives as Washington, but they're down by 12, assuming they even make the kick. Which they do. I would have made it in real life, I'm sure. That thing would have clanked off the rim so hard with Hector shooting it. Realistically, what package would you give the Clippers for Javontavius? Probably nothing, because we have 3 bigs. If I got a big, it'd probably be someone who's like a marginal upgrade. Well, yeah, I forgot they had Jalen Waddle. He hasn't even shown up today. I forgot he was on this team. That's right. They have Jalen Waddle. And they put up 9 points. Everyone wish good luck to Ohio State against the neo-fascist Hawkeyes. Seeing Iowa's sports program suffer is funny. So, yeah, go Bucks, I guess. He's like 300 pounds. I don't think that's a good thing. Wouldn't that mean he's slow? I'd rather my big man be 240 and decently fast. At least he clanked it. I would have just airballed it. I mean, it's only a 15-footer. The neo-fascist monarchs. Those neo-fascists. I made one of his strength speed. Okay, well then maybe he is decently fast, but even so, I might have buffed it a little bit considering his weight. But he probably is fast for 300 pounds. What's good, Pokemon? Welcome in. How you doing? Iowa's my least favorite team in college basketball. I don't know who's more unlikable, Iowa basketball or Iowa football. It feels like both of those programs are stuck in 1950. Although, at least Iowa football developed future Lion Sam Laporta. If we don't get Darnell Washington, who I really, really want now. Does my guy get a slight speed boost for being Will Anderson's brother? I mean, Will Anderson isn't, like, super speedy. I mean, he's fast for his weight. Iowa basketball is Fran McCaffrey, end of discussion. Yeah, but the Ferentz duo is like... It's It's like a secondhand embarrassment seeing Iowa continue to trot those guys out, calling offensive plays. Scoring 7 points a game. Darnell Washington is a Lion. That's fine with me. I want somebody who can block. Third quarter in the books, 21-9. The Commies lead it. The only player I made in the series was to try to beat Octi's 4 and 5. I don't even think we had a chance to pick him. I think he went before any of our picks that year. I see the player you made in IBA. Yes, I had to. Did Michigan lose yesterday? I don't know. Iowa did produce Pistons legend Luka Garza. That's a good point. I wish we didn't let him go. I enjoyed having Luka Garza. He's a likable guy. So they got that going for him. Banyu ended up... No, Banyu gets good playing time. He played well against us when we played the Pistons earlier in the year. Jalen Duren's a little bit better, but Jalen Duren is him, so that'll happen. I took over the Diamondbacks. Should I blow it up or win now? Well, the Diamondbacks aren't, like, horrible, but they're not, like, good. They do have some good prospects, though. Corbin Carroll's a stud. So, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of pieces to really blow it up with. But you're also not in a position where you're going to win. Because the Dodgers and Padres are both kind of good. So they're sort of stuck in the middle. I would have probably had them as a team I would have considered for MLB The Show 23 if I didn't do them a few years ago. Because they are in an interesting situation. They're kind of similar to some of the other teams that I listed out who are stuck in the middle, like Boston, the Giants, teams like that. They need to trade Cattell and Gallen. They just paid Cattell, and Gallen's, like, kind of awesome. You could probably get a lot for him, to be fair. But he's an ace. And then Cattell was kind of mid last year, but they paid him big money, so I don't think they really can trade him. And yeah, and then you have teams like the Nationals who just suck. Although whoever did their ratings does not know ball at all, for multiple reasons. The things I'd do to have Gallen. The things I would do to have a competent ball club. First and foremost. If they were to blow it up, they would have to trade them. I guess so. Although Gallen does still have a while of team control, which I guess is partly why you would get a lot for him. The Piston section might be the hardest. Probably won't be the hardest for me. Maybe for, like, a casual. But I think I should be able to get the Piston section down pat. I would hope. The Yankees are unlucky. Who else is hurt other than Rodon? I know they have a couple other injuries. So I guess so far they've been unlucky. I don't even know who that prospect on the Nationals is. Elijah Green is, like, really good, like, in the long term. He was, I think, the 5th pick last year. The guy's built like a tank, and his dad was a former Pro Bowl tight end. He's going to be really good, I think. But there's no way he should be better than 90% of the players who are already on the roster. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Opening day needs to come. We're, what, a good 3 weeks away? 3-4 weeks? Getting close. Tommy and Trevino. So those are 2 key bullpen guys, along with, obviously, Carlos Rodon. So that's a big group of their core pitchers. There's 3.5 minutes left. This game is zipped. And the Rams are not technically out of it. They still need some things to happen. But they can make it a one-score game. The Yankees have 2022 MLB playoff legend Isaiah Kiner Falefa on the team. They don't need anybody else. I don't know if I've ever seen a player go from catcher to shortstop within like a 2-year span. How does that happen? Third and 1. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Rams kind of need to make a play here or the next play. And that's one way to do it. Yankees downfall, loves to see it. Pack watch. MLB legend Dustin Harris. We all love Dustin Harris. Our king. So the Rams score, they're going to kick, and they are only down by 8 with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, Kiner Falefa used to play catcher. With when he was still with the Rangers. Agreed, 3 Aaron Judge so he can be with his brother Arson Judge in San Francisco. Yeah, I could have sworn Isaiah Kiner Falefa was a catcher with the Rangers like 2 or 3 years ago, like his primary position. If I ever join baseball, I'm going to be too decent at it. You can't accidentally be good at baseball. It doesn't work like that. Maybe you can be somewhat accidentally good defensively, depending on your athleticism and your range, but you can't accidentally be a good hitter. You can't. Who doesn't love Arson Judge? He's been better at the brothers. If Arson Judge was in the American League last year, I would have him ahead of Shohei Ohtani for MVP. So that's how good I think he is. Third and 5. This is it. The game's on the line, and the season's on the line here for the LA Rams. Mack is under pressure, rolls out, and throws it away. Death, taxes, and Mac Jones throwing the ball away in the playoffs. Why does Mac do this? He did it twice in OFL 22. This time it wasn't as bad because it wasn't to lose the game. But we do have a water punt down at the 4. How do I know this? But y'all don't. I knew that he was a catcher. Looks like a couple other people did. But, yeah, Isaiah Kiner Falefa played catcher, for those who don't know. And speaking of MLB, I'm pretty sure they're doing their franchise premiere at 5, like right after the stream. I thought it was supposed to be at 2 when I originally read it, but I didn't notice the Pacific time. So once it was 2 today, I was disappointed because I was excited to watch the stream for it to just like not happen until 5. But I have big expectations. We saw some screenshots in the trailer, and they looked pretty good. The Rams kind of need to throw the ball beyond 5 yards. They have 1 timeout in 30 seconds. What are they doing? They should call the timeout now. What are they doing? Or waste 10 seconds and then do it. What am I watching? Are they trying to lose? Like, what are they doing? You might as well just lob up your Hail Mary at this point, hope for another defensive pass interference, and then lob up another one. That's the only way they can win. Well, Dak is going to go downfield, and it is caught. I don't think they're going to have enough time for another play, though. Nope. And there you go. The Washington Commanders are going to the NFC Championship game as they beat the Rams 24-16, thanks to the Rams shooting themselves in the foot within the final minute of the game with some absolutely horrific play calling. They had plenty of time. Jeez, that was hard to watch. So the Commanders will either host the Cougars, their division rivals, or travel to London against the Monarchs. I wouldn't call this a Mickey Mouse when the Commanders were definitely the better team today, but the Rams maybe should have played better football down the stretch. Dak was fine. He wasn't bad at all. I don't know if I'd say he was good. He wasn't as good as Mac Jones, who was phenomenal. Neither team really ran the ball well. Javonte Williams caught 10 passes. Cooper Kupp did Cooper Kupp things. Where's Jalen Waddle? 2 for 21. Although Washington's big receivers weren't that great. Ayuk was okay. Olave was solid. Then defensively, only 1 sack the entire game, which was by Max Crosby, who now has 6.5 sacks through 2 playoff games. I'm pretty much Cattell Marte, but if he played center field, but was good at it. Well, that's a good comparison. Cattell Marte is talented. Put it that way. So now we've got one more game left to go. The Monarchs, the neo-fascists of London, against the defending champion Cougars. Siri, give me a number between 123,455 and 123,456. 123,456. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going with the Monarchs. Hit for contact, match lefties, and have a bad arm. Yeah, that's Cattell Marte in a nutshell. Who do I want with the Monarchs? I scrolled way too far. There they are. I used to mash in like elementary and middle school, but they pushed the fence back and never hit one after that. When I played in elementary school, the fence was like ridiculously far. There's like 1 or 2 home runs in the entire league per year, or at least 1 or 2 like out of the park home runs. And Lord knows it wasn't from scrawny old me over here. Are either coaches here? I know they were here. I don't know if they still here. If we do DC, will you talk? Well, I can't really do it today after the stream, but I could probably do it tomorrow. When I was in PE, when we played football, I was literally Cooper Kupp. Well, that's a good person to be. I'm here. All white. Okay. So that means the Monarchs kind of can't wear white, because that would be stupid. Wow, this combo is hideous. Do they have blue pants? Yes, they do. Okay, I think we got to go all blue. Never played like organized baseball. You missed out. Elementary school baseball, I was different. So here in the divisional round, we only had 2 teams who relocated, and it's these 2. The Cougars, the defending champions, and the Monarchs, who were arguably the best team in the league. If you're one of the 3 teams who beat the Monarchs this year, you're pretty cool. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, wait, didn't we beat the Monarchs? That's right. OFL flag football meet and greet. I'm on board. That would be sick. By Bucks, you're talking about the Buckeyes. No, he's talking about like Bucks as in like dollar bills. Benjamin Franklin. I just started liking baseball, but I still can't watch a game. Well, luckily the games are quick. How did they get at the 8? Wait, what the hell just happened? Did they fumble the ball? He fumbled the ball. Welcome to the divisional round, everyone. Yeah, that's a fumble. That ball is out of Chris Claybrooks' hands. That's a fumble. Those damn neo-fascists are off to a pretty good start. Why? Who's wearing 39? Oh! I know why. Hold on. I know exactly why. Let me fix this. This won't take too long. Normally I would quit out of the game, but with the fumble on the first play, I can't really do that. Because that's kind of the big play, so it wouldn't really be fair to the games. Yeah, I don't think he could bench his backup offensive lineman. So those guys were all the same. But when I asked to bench, yes, because the game specifically told me to switch his depth chart back, and I didn't. Because I forgot. So, like, it wouldn't be fair to him for him to have his backups play. I was going to say, why else is Aaron Rodgers wearing 39? What the hell happened? But no, it's for a real reason. Because the depth chart is wrong. Who's his third receiver? I think it's Zay Jones. We'll put Zay Jones in the slide. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw's good. He's a 91 here. He good. Okay, this seems accurate. There we go. And then, this is probably right. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Reminds me of Devin Brown wearing 33. That should be like the writing on the wall that Devin Brown's not going to win the job. If he's wearing 33. Although, obviously, he'll be able to change it whenever the hell he wants, I would assume. As David Montgomery scores for the Monarchs. And they will strike first within 22 seconds after not even starting with the ball. Have we ever had a QB injured mid-watch game? Probably, I would assume. I don't think we had this year in 23, but we have had before. What's good, Vatchen? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm drafting Dre Greenlaw. Yeah, that's definitely his name. Dre Greenlaw super early next year. Not if I do it first. Off-ball linebackers are kind of important in this game. Devin Brown cited Tate Martell as his idol. What? Who makes their idol Tate Martell? That kid peaked when he was in like 8th grade. What? What is he doing? Yes, give Kyle McCord the job now. Jeez. Who makes Tate Martell their idol? That's like making, if you're a basketball player, making your idol Julian Newman. Like, what? Give Kyle the damn job. How did the Titans do? Not very good. But they started Matt Araiza at quarterback in Week 18, and they won. So that's fun. And I'm pretty sure they're the team who's getting Justin Herbert now. I thought it was the Orbits, but it's them. My idol is Julius Randle. Well, at least he's, like, in the league. I've met his sister. Whose sister? Damn you, Deuce. Well, Deuce had a plan. He wanted to tank. He executed. He traded away all your good players, at least all your offensive good players. You still have Chris Jones and the 2 safeties. That's like making Olamide Zaccheaus their idol. Yeah, but at least Olamide Zaccheaus made the league. Tate Martell peaked when he was 15 years old. Herbert is a tight. I'm pretty sure he is. C.J. Stroud, he said he looked up to Deshaun and Mike Vick. Well, again, even if those two aren't necessarily role models off the field, at least they're, like, good. But yeah, off the field, maybe those aren't the two guys to look up to. Another fumble. The Cougars nearly coughed it up again. Well, they did cough it up, but they kept the ball. My idol was Bob Cousy growing up. You want that plunger? My toilet's clogged. I need a plumber. Can you do the job for me? Your idol is Bob Cousy, so clearly you know a thing or two about plumbers. I loved watching him live. Yeah, yes. There's nothing like turning on your TV and watching Bob Cousy play live. That's when TVs were like 6 inches by 6 inches and the world itself was black and white. Not just the TVs, but everything was black and white. There was no color. As Josh Jacobs scores the touchdown and the Cougars tie it. Daddy Jacobs owns us. I think the games typed that before Jacobs scored. That's ironic. But yeah, who the hell buttered the Cougars' gloves? Now they fumbled it twice. I can never imagine the 1950s in color. The segregation era, there was no color. Once people of different races got like more rights here, that's when color like actually started to be a thing. Like the Jim Crow days, there was no real color. It was just black and white and gray. I know a certain Charger edge rusher who will be looking real good in Philly green. Oh God, did you get Tank Lawrence? Madden Sim Merchant Tank Lawrence? Color was invented in 1968. That sounds about right. I have the feeling that rainbows brought color to the world because pictures were black and then black and white. But the first rainbow showed up, the world was then filled with color. I guess that's one way to look at it. Here's a good run for Montgomery. Both run games look good today. After the first game, nobody could run the ball. If you would like to send one in, okay. I'll try to carve one up today. Give me Kenneth Murray. No. Why would I? What reason do I have to trade Kenneth Murray? Look at Dre Greenlaw. He's a 91 overall. I want my own Dre Greenlaw. Maybe he won't be a 91, but he'll be close in a few years. Rainbows were invented with Noah. So what? Noah got to pick 2 animals, and then he also got to snap his fingers and create a rainbow? Is that how it worked? Kenneth Murray is not very good in real life. You are correct. But here in the game, I want a legitimately good cover linebacker, and Kenneth Murray is superstar development. So, even if he's not all that in real life, I'll take him in the game. The Bible is fake. They don't even mention dinosaurs. They forgot the dinosaur era. They just skipped right over to the Jesus part. If you don't give me Kenneth Murray, I will send nukes to Cambodia. Okay? We'll talk to Denmark and get your nukes ready. First down, good throw by A.A. Ron to his non-future teammate in real life, Devontae Adams. Flag. We have a touchdown, but it might not stand. Normally, if there's a false start, the flag is before the snap, and they don't run the play in Madden. So I have a feeling this might be on defense. Yep. Encroachment. Offsides. So the touchdown will stand. My hypothesis is correct, and the Monarchs now lead 14-7. So funny, Jets fans are optimistic. Well, the rest of the roster looks pretty darn good. And I think Joe Douglas knows what he's doing. I wouldn't trade a first-round pick for a 39-year-old diva, but there's another part of me that wouldn't entirely blame him. God invented rainbows as a reminder to never kill anyone on Earth again. Well, if that was his plan, then he failed miserably. So that'll wrap up the first quarter, 14-7. The Monarchs had the big fumble early, and that, I think, has been the difference so far. But the Cougars appear to be hanging in there. They're going to make it a game. Oh, kill everyone. Oh, as in, like... Okay, I see what you mean. That makes a lot more sense. I was going to say, for no one to ever get killed again, yeah, he failed. But I guess that makes more sense. I see what you meant now. Bill Nye taught us what rainbows are. Bill Nye is never wrong. He's our king. Seems like they're really trying to lean in on Josh Jacobs, as they should. Ohio State is trying to hand Iowa the game. Well, look at it this way. If Ohio State loses, you don't have to watch them until November. So you got that. Hector uses Roblox to escape his problems. Fun. Roblox fun. To be specific, yes. If Bill Nye told you the Lions are trash and will be forever, would you believe it? If he gives me scientific reasoning, then I would believe him. Because Bill Nye doesn't lie. Bill Nye, your mom's a guy. Good play by the defense. Tristan Wirfs is hurt. That's not good. Bill Nye, the Russian spy. I've never heard that one. The only one I hear people use is Bill Nye, your mom's a guy. Or something related to someone being a guy. Our defense sucks. The defense who's allowed 7 points in 1.5 quarters, albeit the Cougars have only had one drive. And they did score, and they might score again. Can you play the Bill Nye song? You know what? F it, why not? I don't get monetized here. I don't care if I get copyrighted. Flag, that's going to be pass interference. Let's see if Bill Nye agrees. Okay, that's not the song. What the heck? That's the song. Science rules, kids. That was fun. W song. What the heck is this? Please don't tell me you've never heard or watched Bill Nye. If you are unfamiliar with him, you missed out on your childhood. Bill Nye is the... Nice touchdown by Darren Waller, by the way. Bill Nye is the only good thing that ever has existed from a science class. That's the only thing. And Bill Nye is good. How have you never heard of him? That's, like, impressive. Danny was homeschooled by a Catholic, that's why. But even so, like, I would assume even if, like, the curriculum with his parents' school system is different, you've at least heard who he is. Man, that's unfortunate. You got to tap into that Bill Nye. Because he's that guy. I know who Bill Nye... Okay, good. Good. It's one thing to have never watched him because your parents don't show you his stuff, but it's another thing to not have heard of him. But you need to listen to the song. It's a cinematic masterpiece. 30 amazing seconds of your life that you will cherish and remember forever. Bill Nye said the Earth is more than 5,000 years old, so it wasn't allowed. Danny's school curriculum is that science doesn't exist. Okay. Well, most of what Bill Nye says isn't, like, against Catholic beliefs, I would think. Every OFL stream should start out with the Bill Nye song. I like the way you think. Being homeschooled would be a crazy experience. I wonder what that would be like. I guess Danny knows, but... I mean, we kind of got homeschooled for a year with, like, the pandemic. So we still learned from, like, professional teachers, but we did the homeschooling part. We did, like, the good part about being home, but we were taught by, like, actual professionals. Our neo-fascist offensive coordinator is making us pass checkdowns. I'm sorry about your neo-fascist offensive coordinator, bud. I used to turn my camera off and my mic off for Zoom classes at Tug One. Okay, we didn't... Did we need to know that? I don't know. Maybe. What a punt, by the way. It was down at the 4. I forgot to mention, but we had a what a punt. Where is the franchise showcase being played? Probably on either the MLB The Show YouTube account or the San Diego Studios account, or both. But I would assume it would be there. Hopefully they don't, like, do, like, a whole 20-minute pre-thing like they did with the cover reveal. That'd be annoying. What else would they have to reveal? You might as well just get right to it. Skipping online class while watching Orioles Octi videos. You can do both, technically. During online class, I recorded content, so you can do both. It's done. We're losing. I mean, you're not losing, and you start with the ball here in the third quarter. You're in a pretty good spot. I dropped out of high school, so I forget what year I was supposed to graduate. I guess that's what a dropout would say. I was class of 2020. I'm sorry to hear that. We got lucky because we got, like, the super hard years online, and then we got our senior year, like, not online. So we got, like, the best of both worlds. A-Push would have been so much worse, like, in person. So it like, really worked out. I never had to, like, take an AP test, like, in school. What year did Ben Simmons play at LSU? He got drafted in 2016, so he played in 2015 and 2016. And Ben Simmons, like half of you guys, did not go to class, apparently. Maybe Ben Simmons should have gone to class, because he can't really hoop. But Ben Simmons would have graduated high school in 2015 because he got drafted the year after. Are my Cougars winning? There's a scoreboard right there if you want to take a look. I'm class of 2023. What are y'all doing to congratulate me for not effing up? How hard is it to, like, not graduate? At least, like, not by choice. Like, doing it by choice is one thing. JFK would have seen the moon landings if Ben Simmons was the shooter. JFK would have seen a lot of things. Had to do online for the first half of freshman year, and it was so dumb. I feel like in high school, online, like, isn't that bad. But to have that in college would be, like, not fun. Unless you're like me and you're, like, voluntarily doing online for now, for a reason. I had to drop out and get 2 dads because my dad got sick. Yeah, you did it for, like, you had a real reason and, like, a choice. So you, like, Your reason makes sense. I was about to say, yeah, like I'm like talking about how college online is horrible, and then I realized, oh wait, aren't I technically doing that? But yeah, I have like a good reason. I have a plan. So when you get a job / graduate, says get a girlfriend. Okay, let's maybe slow down with the last one. How will uploads work? I don't know. Okay, I don't know what my life is going to look like in 4 years. I don't know what my life is going to look like next week. So we're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. I got 2 dads because my job was sick. I might have worded it wrong, but you know what I meant with Kevin's thing. I like being in person and talking to females. Okay, I don't know about the second part. That is indeed what I said. Well, you know what I meant. Jacobs' 1,000-yard game and 20 touchdowns. It might be kind of too late for that. We're kind of in the second half. Who would you rather run the channel, Theo or Omni? I would rather delete the channel than have either of that. I am more academically driven with baddies in the area. So what? Whenever you're learning, you're like the Jordan Poole of school? Is that how it works? Oh, I can run the channel. You're better than Theo and Omni, so I'll take that. That's not a very high bar, but you are better than them. Real question is the games or Hector? Oh, dear. I think Omni is definitely in last. No shot I would want that. None at all. Out of the games and Hector, I would honestly choose Theo over both of them to run the channel. Ton you out and everything, Jordan Poole style. That's so fascist. I never said I liked Theo more than you. I'm just saying I'd rather have Theo run the channel. So if you died, I'm assuming the YouTube channel would die. I guess. I mean, I don't plan on dying in the near future. Who would take over the server? Put it this way, I don't think I'm going to die in the near future, so I'm not going to figure that out. But if it did happen, then I guess no one would, because I'm the only one with, like, the #1 role. So, technically no one would. But again, I don't think we're going to have to live out that scenario. Give me the There's not really, like, a password. Oh, I guess a password to my account. Oh, yeah. There's not like a special password for the server, but I guess there is one for my Discord account. Yeah, I'm just going to give everyone the password. That sounds like a great idea. I set it up, though, so once you put in the password, you have to go in my email and, like, verify that it's me, just so, like, no one can hack my account. So, yeah, it's like a whole process whenever I have to sign in, if I'm switching accounts or something. Don't die. I don't want to take care of these kids. Well, I don't plan on that happening anytime soon. Nice touchdown for Mike Williams. And the Cougars are now winning. I'll need the password, your social security number, and credit card information. Yeah, I'll get you guys all that. You guys want like a full screenshot of my credit card and everything that's on it? I'll give you my social security stuff, my birth certificate. I'll give you everything. I'll give you the PlayStation. SGYT, the Knicks, and C-Mill are just going to do the daily uploads for me. Well, hopefully you guys figure out how to, like, you know, make content. Maybe the channel will outlive me in that case, if you guys can handle it. For what money? Oh, if you ran the channel, you get paid. You get paid a lot of money from YouTube. Maybe a lot's a stretch, but you get paid money. If I wanted to steal your student debt, I would. Yeah. You can take debt, sure. Take whatever you want. You can take my money, you can take my debt, you can take the guinea pigs, you can take everything. Whatever you want. I'll do MLB, SG does NFL, Nick does NBA, C-Mill can do college. Boom. And Danny can, like, sprinkle whatever he needs to on the side. Or somebody can do OFL. Yeah, you guys can keep OFL alive. You got the whole thing covered. Wouldn't you want to do NBA? 2K gets by far the most views. Wouldn't you want to do the thing that gets the most views? Although I would assume MLB The Show 23 might pass it, but still. 2K does the most views. So if you want people seeing what you're doing, you should probably take the basketball stuff. FIFA or 2K. You can't do FIFA. Soccer's not a thing here. No one's doing FIFA. If someone's knowledgeable about hockey, you can start hockey. That's fine. Look at the Cougars go. They might actually do this. Derek Carr is throwing like one incompletion today. We're not doing soccer. It's an anti-soccer zone. Wow, that's actually a good challenge. I don't think he was in. Yeah, he technically got one in, but as he caught it, the other foot was out. So, good call by London. What if this stands? Okay, it doesn't stand. As it shouldn't. That's a good call. I might actually do this. We are doing this. Do you have a plan of what you're going to do with me? You got to find me first. And then you can take all my stuff once you get me. But I'm not going to make it easy. We have to set up a monetary system. What system? You can find out how much money you get for each video. Like, if I were to click on, like, a Knicks episode, I could find out how much money that specific video gained. So, like, you can figure that out pretty easily. As a Division 1 FIFA player, that hurts to hear, but I understand. It's not for FIFA itself. It's for the principle of that I've never done anything soccer on the channel, and if you want to keep the views, then maybe don't bring soccer in. What would you do if I knocked on your door right now? I probably wouldn't open it, because I'm trying to, like, stream. How much did the latest of each series make? Not, like, enough to where it's, like, a lot. Not enough to live off of. Nowhere near enough to live off of if it's one video. One video can probably get you a nice, not even a nice meal. One video, depending on the series, could get you a meal. But if you're doing the 2K stuff, then you could get, like, a not half bad meal. If you're doing, like, a Guardians episode, then you're probably not getting as good of a meal. $2K Madden, MLB, NCAA in that order. That's kind of what it is now. I would say NCAA gets a little bit more than Cleveland. But once MLB The Show 23 starts, that I would assume those views would pass Madden. And if all goes well, and if we get new people, then it could pass 2K. So that's kind of what happened last year. The Sonic series got the most views, then the Guardians started, and that got a lot of views. And then, obviously, a new Madden and a new 2K comes out, so the Guardians gets the least amount. That's just like the normal cycle. How will we do when NCAA 24 comes out? Well, since I don't know what I'm doing with that, because that's a year and a half away, again, I haven't planned for next week, let alone a year and a half. So you guys can figure out something creative. New people, what do you mean? Like new viewers, like people who find the channel through MLB The Show. Hopefully. Otherwise, something went horribly wrong. We're going to send us your info. You can give us the debt to someone who doesn't know what debt is. The show is live at 4:50? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We're probably going to start revealing stuff at 5. Yeah, oh, you found the channel, exactly. If Omni never sent me an invite, you guys would have never met me. Low-key sad. Before Omni left, he had to do 1 strike of damage and give the link to Hector. You had to make his mark in one more way. Give all your student debt to Hector. You can take all of it, bud. Take it all. Yeah, just type in MLB The Show 23 franchise, and hopefully I'm one of the higher people on the list. If you type in MLB The Show 22 franchise, hopefully my series is, like, decently high. There aren't many people who do big MLB The Show series on franchise who are bigger than me. I'm not, like, the top dog, but I would say I'm high on the pedestal at this point. I have $22 in my bank account. I'll spoil you. Spoil you in what way? So the Monarchs get the start, and now it's time to see what MVP Aaron Rodgers can do. Down by 7, biggest drive of the year, trying to show the reason why we traded him away to London. Type in MLB The Show 22 franchise. Guardians a second. Boom. Exactly. Found your channel in 2019. Wow. 2019. Did he win MVP? Maybe. I haven't done a full... He has 61 passing yards. Yikes. That's less than 4 yards an attempt. I haven't done like a full count yet, but he was my first place vote. I'll say that. I voted him first. I think I had him first. I had Corral third, I think, and I forget who I had second. I think it was Lamar, but it might have been Hurts. I think it was Lamar second, but I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. Without the 22, you're still second. Just Mr. Hurricane is now first. Wow, so MLB The Show franchise, I'm second? Damn. I didn't think I'd be that high. Maybe that's because like your account watches my channel. If you go into incognito mode, that's probably a better way to search with like unbiased results. That's what I usually do. Because if I search it up on my main account, my thing is more likely to be higher up. I did the thing in incognito mode and you were 5th. Yeah, 5th is... That's pretty good. There's always room for improvement. I'm never satisfied until I'm at the top, but 5th is good. New York Jets Retro Bowl franchise has to be 1. That one is like too good to like even be on the list, right? YouTube wants to give the other people a chance. Otherwise, everyone's just going to watch Retro Bowl all day from Hector. Two minutes left on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts, though. It's over. It's far from over, but you still got time. And London still has all their timeouts. Time is really not an issue. It's just a matter of scoring and not giving the Cougars too much time. Because they're moving it well. They're moving it real well. Now they're in the red zone at the 16. The first person I met in this server was Shiesty. That's an obvious first person to meet. If I say 22 franchise, you're 3rd. Without 22, you're 8th, not counting the premiere today. Okay. That's not bad. Again, always room to get higher, but I'm still high on the pedestal. They should probably run the ball. Why are they throwing it? There's no reason to pass it here. Aaron Rodgers is in the zone, though, so maybe that is a good reason. 2nd and goal. Rodgers on the run, incomplete. Run the ball. Passing isn't working. Try to punch it in on 3rd and goal, and if you don't get it, chew the clock all the way down. Actually, maybe you don't do that because you still have 3 timeouts. So, yeah, maybe you don't want to chew the clock all the way down. Third and goal. They're still throwing it. And they got it. Touchdown, London. Ties it up. 36, David Montgomery. When you do Madden 23 franchise, Octi is way dead. That makes sense. There's a lot more big Madden franchise people than MLB The Show and 2K. With 2K, in terms of like a long-term series, my thing would probably be the #1 series on the list, I would think. If not, it would be very high. And is how to have fun on franchise mode. That video got a ton of views. That video did really well. I wish I did that for 2K. I'm definitely doing that for MLB The Show. But yeah, that video ended up popping off. So the Cougars have 43 seconds and all 3 timeouts. All they need is a field goal to punch their ticket to the NFC Championship game. Can they do it? It's probably not first because of Kenny Sears. That's true. That probably gets more views than I do. I don't know if YouTube would have it higher because it's new, but yeah, I guess it depends, especially on who you watch more. But on incognito mode, I'm not really sure. But as long as my thing is high on the list, people are going to see it. So that's the goal. Whether I'm first or I'm fourth, people are going to see it immediately. First person I ever met was Bill Meyer. That's pretty random. 4th and 5. The Cougars just tried to chew clock and run the ball, which is stupid. They had plenty of time. And timeouts. But I guess we're going to overtime. Our second overtime playoff game. Right? Didn't we have another playoff game going to OT? I forget which one off the top of my head, but I know we did. Tails never fails, Cougars. You know the deal. Oh, okay. The Cougars tried to outsmart everybody, and it works. We've had like 5 or 6 overtime games. This is the first time I've ever seen it land on heads. 80% of Madden's coin tosses land on tails. So tails rarely ever fails, but I guess it did this time. The Bills game, that's right. That game was overtime against New England. You were first for 2K in incognito mode. That sounds about right. There's not that many big, like, long-term series franchise people on 2K, so I think that's probably why that series does the best for me, because more people are looking for that and find me. Titans was 59th. Yikes. Yeah, Madden franchise is a lot bigger, so it makes sense. But 59th, jeez. I would have liked to have been a little bit higher. Here's Josh Jacobs. They need to keep giving him the ball. He's been really good today. Offensive Player of the Year candidate for a reason. Of course, the Monarchs will still get the ball, but winning the coin toss in the new overtime rules is still an advantage. Seeing the same channel multiple times of individual team rebuild, that makes sense. Because they usually put franchise in the title. Being careful with your title can really help you out. Because if you put like franchise rebuild in the title, you can get people who search up for franchises or rebuilds. So it's like double trouble. Defensive pass interference on Patrick Peterson. Uh-oh. Touchdown Cougars. Did I miss something? Are you ahead of me? I didn't see that. I didn't see them score a touchdown. I don't know how you could be ahead of me, but oh well. What if I look up Mia Khalifa compilation videos? You'll probably find what you're looking for. I can say that. 3rd and 8. Why did he throw that pass? That could have been really bad. 4th and 3 at the 36. I think they're going to kick. Should they kick? 53 is like right on the edge of like, I have no idea if he's going to make it. If he misses it, they're in trouble. And even if he makes it, a touchdown wins for London. So I would at least contemplate going for it as he Does make the kick, okay. So it's 27-24. I would understand why you'd go for it, but I also understand why the game kicked it. So that's a really tough spot to be in. If they were closer, I would definitely go for it, but 4th and 3 is like right in the middle of like, should you do it? Should you not do it? But let's see if the Monarchs offense can win the game. Aaron Rodgers has an opportunity to do it. Let's show why at least I voted in first place for MVP. And maybe other people too. Aaron Rodgers, known divisional round legend. He doesn't lose these divisional round games. Never. Totally not. What happened? I had to use the bathroom. The Cougars scored a field goal on an interesting 4th and 3 from 36. Could have decided to go for it. Could have gone either way. And now London has a chance to win the game. And that's a first down. Rodgers will throw a pick 6. Well, if the defender's smart, they won't take it for a pick 6. They'll just, like, go down. Is Darius Smith released by the Vikings? Why? Cap relief, I guess? He was good last year. That seems kind of pointless, but okay. What's good, Candy? Welcome in. It's EA. They'll be unpredictable and have me lose. Well, nothing is unpredictable in Madden Sim. Do you ever find the way Click edits his videos annoying? I think that's just kind of his style. Like, I get why it'd be annoying for some people, but that's just kind of like his style and his flow. So, some people just edit differently than others, which I guess in a sense makes their channels unique and different. So I think that's kind of what he's going for. But I can get why for somebody it would be kind of annoying. 3rd and 11. He's just short. Can Aaron Rodgers grow a pair of balls? He has had 31 passing attempts and has 131 yards. Grow a pair and launch the ball down the field. Maybe not on this play, but like if they get it, then they go for a toss. That's risky. And he got it, and he's going to get a little bit more. Oh, I didn't even see the safety there. I thought he was about to take that all the way. I did not see the safety back there. But they do get it. Normally, tosses on 4th and short they inconsistently work in this game. That's a really risky call, but it paid off big time for the Monarchs, who keep it alive. There's only 2 minutes left in the first overtime, by the way. So they have to score within this 2 minutes as Rodgers is sacked by Frank Clark. Bop, bop. John Morant's buddy, Frank Clark, with the sack. It's 5:04 EA. I'm trying to watch the MLB The Show franchise premiere. Can we have a conclusion of any sort? What has happened today? The Commies beat the Rams, and then we had this game that's gone into overtime. The Cougars scored a field goal, and the Monarchs can win it. Or not win it. Or tie it. Yeah, just what we need. A double overtime. Another first down. There's Dawson Knox. He requested to be released by the Vikings. Ah, okay. That makes a little more sense. Clock is ticking. Under a minute to go. What if they, play for the field goal? That'd be stupid. Because then the Cougars would get the ball back and they can win it with points. Now, for 26, they still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Another good throw. That'll get them inside the 10. They got to call a timeout. Yup. So they now have it at the 9 with a timeout in under 30 seconds. Can London finish off the job and knock off the defending champions, or can the Cougars get a stand? Pass is caught. Not in the end zone, though, at the 1. They don't call it. Now they do. Why do you no huddle and then do it? So there's 11 seconds left. They can run 2 more passing. Why are you kicking? You have 11 seconds and you're at the 1. Run another play. Throw the ball. It should not take 11 seconds to get a pass play off. This is some awful, awful play calling. This is like handing the Cougars the game practically. What are you doing? The kick is, it's good, unsurprisingly. But what are they doing? It's second down. You have no timeouts, but you can throw the ball. I trust Aaron Rodgers to not get sacked. EA strikes again. And we might be headed to a double overtime. Is it next touchdown? Would the Cougars have to score a touchdown here, or is there a next points win? Or do they have another coin flip? How do they do that in double overtime in the playoffs? I assume they're going to run a Hail Mary. Yup. What if we have the pass interference here and then the Cougars can win it? That'd be hilarious. Nope, we're going to double overtime. I don't know if there's another coin flip or if the Cougars keep the ball or what happens, but we're going to find out. Points. Okay, so somebody just has to score. So now the coin toss really matters if there is one. Nope, the Cougars get to keep the ball and keep their possession. Why is overtime 9 minutes and 15 seconds? What an odd timing. Wouldn't it be like a round number? Wouldn't it be the full 9 minutes that a normal quarter is? That's weird. Okay, 3rd and 9. The Monarchs are out of timeouts, although that's probably not going to matter at least yet. Carr goes short, doesn't get it. Are these teams trying to lose? Can we just put the Commanders in the Super Bowl now, or the OFL Bowl? Can we just put them in? These two teams are trying so hard to lose. So now London gets another opportunity to win the game. Maybe kicking the field goal on 2nd down ends up being a good decision for them. What is a Super Bowl? I don't know. I just made up a word. Who's ready for a Texans Commies OFL Bowl? Don't sleep on New England. They got some talent. That's going to be a fun game. Our team has Greg Roman. Clearly. Texans Commies is I would say that's probably my guess too. I think those are probably the 2 favorites because London hasn't looked all that inspiring today. But knowing Madden, we're probably not going to have both expected teams in the game. Although the Texans and Commies would be a fun matchup. Who's ready for a Chargers OFL Bowl next year? We have to find out who's playing quarterback first. Texans was my preseason OFL Bowl pick, so I'm riding the Longhorns. Why'd you call them the Longhorns? That don't even make sense. 3rd down, David Montgomery gets it. They're getting close to field goal range, and they have Evan McPherson, who's one of the best kickers in the game. So London is definitely in the driver's seat right now. But if I've learned anything about this game in particular, don't hold your breath. Because their logo... Oh, I guess it is kind of like a Longhorn type animal. Aaron Rodgers on the read option because what is play calling? I traded Bryce Young for Tank Lawrence. That's the quarterback. Or 69 overall, normal Kevin Shasha. 3rd and 7, they don't get it. This is not a gimme. 50 yard. I guess with McPherson it kind of is. 50-yarder for the win. To put the Monarchs in the NFC Championship game against the Commies. Can Evan McPherson do the job? It's up. He got it. So London wins a double overtime thriller against the Chicago Cougars and thus are going to the NFC Championship game to host the Washington Commanders for a spot in OFL Bowl 19, 20? I don't remember the exact number. One of those numbers. So that means we will have a new champion. The Cougars, who wanted in the OFL Bowl, have been dethroned. No, you guys did not lose. What? Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers were both fine. They were both efficient, I guess. Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery ran the ball well. 7 catches, 8 yards. This game never ceases to amaze me. Well, that was a game. I don't know what else to say about it, but it was a game. So we've got the Patriots and the Texans, and then the Monarchs and the Commies. 4 coaches who have been here for a little while and have all been good, but have never won a championship. Jax has been the closest. He made it in OFL 21. The other 3 coaches only came here last year and have never made it this far, I think, to begin with. Maybe Dan's gotten to an AFC championship, but that's it. No, DeGames has as well. DeGames also went to an AFC championship last year. And C-Mill's gotten, I think, at least to the divisional round, if not in the wild card. So all 4 of these coaches have been close. But one of them is actually going to be able to do the job. Let's check if there's any new injuries. It looks like the Monarchs have 1. Quincy Williams. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm so sad. How about the Commies? There are some new ones here, I think. I think Derek Forrest is new. And they're still without Kamara and Edwards and Trent Williams. Jeez, they've gotten hit hard by the injury bug and are still here. They're not making excuses. So that'll wrap up the stream. The next stream will be, I don't know. Maybe Saturday, maybe early next week. Again, I want to get the season done by Wednesday so I can watch March Madness in peace. So, yeah, that'll wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll be back